They say that after chaos comes calm. Well, after the financial windfall we brewed, the one that allowed us to make significant investments across the farm, I was expecting something: a tractor on fire, a worker mutiny, a crippling debt for looking at the buffalo wrong. Instead, nothing. It was too quiet, and that silence is the most expensive sound a farmer can hear. April rolled in. Our new distillery, which runs on the sheer willpower of corn, was a hungry beast. The next logical step was planting. But first we had to deal with the shareholders, the fluffy, demanding shareholders. We started the day by clearing the collection points. The sheep, bless their predictable little souls, had filled the wool pallets again. The goats, with their permanent look of condescension, had topped off the milk tanks. We've gone from being desperate, landless vagrants to running a logistics operation for a small, demanding herd. It's a humbling business. One moment you're overseeing major acquisitions, the next you're a warehouse manager for wool and a dairy delivery driver. Once the wool was stacked and the milk was on its way, my soul was marginally less heavy. Time for the actual farming. We needed a planter, and since we now have the power to invest, I didn't mess around. We got the Horsch Maestro 2450 SV. It's big, it's a statement, and it requires a tractor with the sheer nerve of a Fendt to pull it. We hooked it up, filled it with the corn of our future, and I started planting. While I was busy sowing the seeds of profit, I gave one of the lads the roller. The roller. The simplest machine on the farm, yet somehow it's been the scene of more near-fatal accidents than our combine on a hill. And you know what? He finished. The entire field, perfectly rolled, no broken limbs, no flipped machinery, not even a missing tire. This level of competence on our farm, it's disturbing. I made a mental note to check his background for suspicious professionalism.
Invincible.
With the planting done, I was already in the Fendt. Waste not, want not. I switched the implement, hooked up the slurry tanker, and made a run to the buffalo pens. That slurry, that brown, beautiful liquid gold, was heading straight for the BGA. And of course, the solid manure came next, in a proper trailer. We maintain standards here. Slurry goes in a tanker, manure goes on a trailer. You don't put fine wine in a beer mug, and you don't mix your buffalo waste transport. It's about class.
All the poems I wrote for you, they made me blind. still waiting for the answers to the universe, waiting for someone to wake me up, tell me that this is all just a dream. I'm still waiting for a different sign, waiting for someone to take me away, get these thoughts off my mind. As I wait, thinking of you, hoping that you are thinking of me too. I cannot sleep without you by me, and I miss you, I miss you, I miss That is why I've been waiting for someone like you. That is why I've been waiting for someone like you. Still waiting for your witty replies, waiting for your touch and kiss. I can't get you off my mind. I am trying to live.
May arrived. The animals predictably were starving again. So my new day began with the sacred smelly ritual of making TMR for the buffalo. While I was playing chef, I promoted my suddenly competent worker to herbicide duty on the new corn crop. He did the job, sprayed the whole field efficiently. This was getting ridiculous. So, to balance the scales, to introduce just a touch of misery, I had him refill the fertilizer tanks to fine tune the nitrogen levels. The reward for competence is always more work. That's the Montana way. And since it was a new month, there was naturally a fresh batch of manure and slurry to ferry back to the BGA. It's a never ending cycle of waste and profit.
Let me stay with you. Being asking you just one night. I don't know about your life, but tell me 'cause we still have time. I can't say I can't love you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. I think of you every moment. I can't say I can't love you, but do you feel the same, don't you? I think of you every moment. There's nobody else. There's nobody else. There's nobody else. Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
The final report for the end of May was unsettlingly positive. Fields, green, animals, fat, BGA, overloaded. No debt, no fines, no tractor breakdowns. The farm was working smoothly. I'm telling you, this is a trap. The universe of Farming Simulator does not grant this kind of peace without an exorbitant fee. I have resources, and my gut tells me I'm about to spend it all on sheer panic next month. Stay tuned. The quiet always means the storm is coming. I'm the old man, and this was episode 9, the day nothing went wrong.